Alrighty, it is currently 10:11 a.m. Starting this on the grounds of the Ontario Airport. This is a hotel, and this is the identification of a venue, not a private property, of a gang stalking corrupt establishment, not a legitimate third party. This is a third party innkeeper, not a legitimate business, and this is a criminal and civil prosecution revealing what is a business engaged in public corruption. The people of the state, in other words, being identified commercially, and this is the fake sun over the top of my head. This is the direction. The 10 freeway is on the opposite side of this building, the parking lot that I was just in. The fake sun. G Street is along this direction. So Euclid Avenue is what is west. The 10 freeway, which is, and this is running in the east direction. The fake sun is on the east side of my person, while I am facing south, and it is 10:11 a.m. when I'm capturing this video. The entity keeps the fake sun at the venue where I'm located. It will be setting here, and it's also in this position. The Ramada by Wyndham is on the opposite side. I just walked out this doorway this morning. This is the tree where the entity had my engineer light on this tree, and my shadow was projected on it. The entity moved the fake sun to be over the top of my head at the entrance, where the entity is engaging with a surveillance of a woman. This is gang violence, and this is an entity that's engaged in surveillance together, and this is the demon possessed, by the way, a picture with regard to surveillance and massive surveillance, while demons are stalking, surveilling, monitoring under a fake sun, and this is state action as well. This is where the entity is under, this is where you're looking at the impossible light activity. A shaded structure creates shade. The sun does not hunker down. Neither is this actually the explanation for what is disconnected, the light activity inside of the door on the floor inside. That's also how you know that everybody is engaged in surveillance, and there's sex offenders sharing in surveillance, monitoring together, sex offenders keeping genitalia, keeping a woman, engaging in stalking her together, while they're doing so pertaining to the pattern of conduct that they're witnessing being exposed. This is impossible light, layers of it going in opposite directions, and this is the pattern of conduct while the entity is touching on objects underneath a structure where it would be shade, underneath circumstances where the sun's supposed to be over 215 East C Street, and the entity has the fake sun with engineered light. You are gang stalking at the vending machine as an employee in furtherance of murder, exhibiting mental illness in doing so, clearly proven to be engaged in surveillance. This is engineered light, not sunlight. All right, and this is the evidence of mental illness as well. The demon possessed who are mentally ill stalking with light do so in this manner while they're engaged in that P.O.C. This is called crossing a path. You're going to deport every immigrant that's engaged in terrorism, and every business is going to be prosecuted facilitating terrorism while they're engaged in it. And they're all walking under a fake sun. This is light activity, while their shadow is a means of what is stalking in the path on behalf of the government that's maintaining surveillance. It's federal stalking under existing law as well. And they're exhibiting mental illness right now while the purpose of what they're doing is to stalk another person. This is exposing public corruption. Okay? What they're walking under is not over the demons at the Obit Family Community Library, to give you one example. What they're walking under is still present over me at the adjacent property, 1841 East G Street at 2:44 in the afternoon. What they're over is impossible with what's remaining outside of my hotel room window at American Inn on September 1st, 2025, where I captured that fake sun, which is outside of that bathroom window of that hotel room. And then I walked on G Street in the afternoon to this and passing this venue, like I documented, where the entity is stalking. Okay, they're hovering here, but they're hovering over the Ontario Town Square. Okay, that is indeed stalking, and that is the prosecution of the Ontario Board while they're engaged in stalking, just like the population is while they're walking by you. Noise in the engineer light, in the environment that's keeping a fake sun. And that's the government that's openly showing that you're going to prosecute domestic terrorists that commit kidnappings and furtherance of murder. That's what Mike Lorenz and Derek Williams are being prosecuted for, while the government, the population shares in that. This is not sunlight. Oh, wait, you have multiple layers of what is engineer light while a government is practicing what is stalking. They're not taking off right here at what is along G Street. That's an entity that comes as close to me as possible, recognizing the fake sun. That's what they're doing over the 280. When they're flying west and then they're hunkering down again to fly over the Ontario Town Square, that's the entity that's stalking and very unintelligent. That unintelligence is proven by the environment that's, you're breaking it down. This is a scientific impossibility. In addition to the fact that it's still here over me at the adjacent property, and it's here as of what is 7 in the morning, it's 10:15, it hasn't gone anywhere. It's gone to be where I am, going from rising on the east side of my person, remaining over the top of my head for the duration of the day, and setting on the west side of my person. And that is underscored when I remain at one address. That's the mental illness that is the Nephilim that are gang stalking. And the city of Ontario this is the removal of the gang stalking mayor, the removal of the gang stalking officials that are conspiring murder together, stalking with a population. And any immigrants of that population are being deported. This is P.O.C.